Hell yeah,
Champion
nigga.
Boston Celtics facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And it's sent back by White.
That's anticipation on the defensive end by Derek White. Send it back, young sir.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation, and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter or block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
Here's Tatum. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has such great synergy with his teammates.
Oklahoma City shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Here's White from outside, off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The Celtics on offense. 4-point game. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And Torts gets it to go.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Here's Tatum. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
They get it back. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Oklahoma City.
And guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Down low, Porzingis. Second shot opportunity. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Here's Holmgren.
There's a pride to the defensive end of the floor. Tatum sends that back.
How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Williams. 5 to shoot. Screen by Hartenstein. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And guys, you can't allow Holmgren to gain confidence from the mid-range. He'll burn you when you give him those looks. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Hartenstein. Porzingis with the rebound. Celtics trailed by 5. Tatum on the wing. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Williams. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his side.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
Here's Hartenstein. 5 points in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Holiday with the defensive effort. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time. And it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Into the lane. Got a piece of it. Brown right side. .50 seconds left in the first quarter. Count that bucket.
How confident is Jaylen Brown in his handle? The dribble drive through traffic, really nice.
Nobody near Williams. And a miss there on the triple. With the drive. Here's Pritchard. A three-pointer, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
The Celtics with the lead. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
How about that? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, big-time defender, and sends that one back.
And I love the fact that he didn't try to take on the defense by himself. Great pass on the move.
Here's Brown. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Thunder out in front, up 1. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
Deflects the pass. Taken away by Holiday. Woke loose. Oh, and here comes Gilgeous-Alexander all alone. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander has length, has anticipation, makes a defensive play, and turns it into offense.
Outside, Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Just 4 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Thunder leading by 3. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Outside, Williams. The rebound by the Celtics. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Nice D from Porzingis.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Here's Tatum. Great job by Tatum in close.
Well, Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Outside Williams. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Boston trailing. White wide open. He fires. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. White's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Williams. Three-pointer. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Caruso. Porzingis with the block.
A swat by Porzingis. That wingspan letting you know he's in the house.
Inside. Wiggins. Back to Caruso. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Got a hand on it. To the paint. Oh!
How's that for a show? Dort looking like he wants to be in the dunk contest with slams like that.
A 3 from Tatum. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Back to Hartenstein. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Offline with his 3. Celtics trailed by 3. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone.
Boy, what you really like about Porzingis going end-to-end, he does it under control, right? This guy is 7 feet and masterful in space.
Screen by Hartenstein. Banked in off the glass. Hartenstein's got 7.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Pass to Tatum. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Dort wide open. That 3 off the mark. Celtics trailed by 5. Tatum with it. Dort covering. Tatum no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now. That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Outside Tatum. It's blocked. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
I like that. Lou Dort knows I don't have an opportunity, but I can put a pass on time and on target and get my teammate involved. Nicely done.
It's stolen by Hartenstein. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Dort. Fires for 3. Can't hit that one. And so it's Oklahoma City ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And we'll be right back after this. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Celtics trailed by 9. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. After the missed 3 from Derek White. Pass to Holmgren. They get it back. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. A second chance effort. The shot off that time. Some solid defense from Brown. Outside Tatum. Brown inside. Good D by Holmgren. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Hartenstein in the high post. Shoots from the line. Porzingis with the block. Hartenstein can't get it to go. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guy. Now Mitchell. To the inside. Stolen by Tatum. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
On the wing, Mitchell. Back to Williams. On the wing, Mitchell. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Celtics trail by 5. Brown deciding where to go with it. It's White on the wing. The 3 from Tatum. Thunder with the rebound.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Doris, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is... coaching staff staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes. They led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that. There's a reason people call Kristaps Porzingis the unicorn. A 7-foot big man, but boy, what a sweet shooter he is.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Now, here's Mitchell. Hasn't made one yet. The kick out to Williams. Here's Caruso. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion. Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Now here's Wallace. Mitchell outside. There's a screen by Williams. Rebound, Boston.
Can't score, nigga.
Outside Tatum. And Tatum driving.
All you got is defense.
Short range.
All you got is defense. All you got is that little fuck defense.
Mitchell wide open. Off target from three-point range. Pass to Brown. Williams with the block. Wallace left side. Now Williams. Back to Williams. And here is Williams. Puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by Porzingis. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Here's Mitchell. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Celtics trail by 3. To the middle. Inside, Tatum automatic.
Well, there's a mix of strength and agility that Jason Tatum is taking advantage of. Nice work in there.
Back to Wallace. He can't get that one. Nice D from Porzingis. Here's Pritchard. He has yet to score. Outside Tatum. And stolen by Caruso. Pass to Williams. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Wallace, good. Now it's a 5-point Thunder lead.
Yeah, and right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it. Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Here's Mitchell, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Thunder lead by 3. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Celtics trail by 5. Poked away. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Now this is about knowing where to be in these situations. And Gilgeous-Alexander doing a beautiful job getting to the right spot.
Here's Pritchard. Out left to the wing. Fires from deep. Rebound by Williams. And here are the Thunder now. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And he can extend the lead to double digits. Here's Pritchard. Got a piece of it. Horford from outside. The shot will not fall. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Baseline try. Rebound Boston.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Counted.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Thunder.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a thirsty scorer, and if you concede the mid-range, he'll take it.
Left side, Horford. No block shot for three. And the basket by Hauser.
Timeout.
Hauser's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. So both teams making some changes here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
During that last break, Coach Mark Daigneault talked to his team. Now, he said, come on, can anybody make a three? We have to be better from deep. He implored his team to find the shooters, get them open with movement and picks. See if it works, guys.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And stolen by Wallace. And here's the fast break. And that one, good. Williams has got the lead up to 11 now for Oklahoma City.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And the Thunder making a switch here. And we all hear talk about Drew Holiday's defense, but you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. It's a nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Hartenstein. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. It's on Porzingis.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack? Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Holiday. Back to Tatum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Boy, over the years, Tatum has really mastered the art of drawing fouls.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Screen by Hartenstein. There's Williams with the three. Celtics trailed by 4. Here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They've led by as many as 11 points. Back to Holmgren. And Tatum pulls it down. And here's Boston. Pass to White. From past the arc. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. White's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Celtics. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And taken away by Brown. Outside, White. Pass to Tatum. Back to White to take the lead. He can't get that one to fall.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
It's stolen by Brown. And here we go. Holiday heading to the hoop. Count it! And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Celtics?
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Holmgren. They can't stop the run with that one. Pass to Tatum. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Holiday. Tatum at the elbow. Holmgren with the steal. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Back to Wiggins. And stolen by Tatum. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
A bit of heroics at the line right there as he bumps their lead to 3 and makes things a little easier for them defensively.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
And now they foul and stop the clock. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Dorisburg.
heavy, think they're telling me my fate. Trying to give me silver, think that I don't know my place. Staying in my lane too long and give me a bad taste. Everything I done been great, that I erase. Play my favorite, I'm like Nana at the complimentary composition. I'm legato, one staccato. Our ratios ain't perfect, ain't no Fibonacci spiral. Count this money, that's the evidence for me. Go viral. That girl is something new.
This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And so off the tip, it's Boston. Here's Tatum. Outside Porzingis. Outside Holiday. Pass to Tatum. 5 on the clock. To the inside. Brown, no good.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year. Already an elite shot blocker.
Boston on offense. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. We were talking about Chet Holmgren, the versatility at both ends. And Coach pointed out one thing in particular, saying that Chet has the ability to create for himself. He's a tremendous ball handler for his size. He has great footwork, and he stays on balance. He knows it's going to take a team effort defensively.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. There's the block. Williams misses. Outside Tatum. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Pass to Holiday. Tatum draws the double. Now here's White. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Again, the miss by Boston. Well, Doris, Chet Holmgren was one of the more highly touted guys coming into the league in a long time.
He was, BA, and he has lived up to the billing. At that size, to be able to shoot the ball, put it on the deck, be a force at the rim defensively. But maybe his best attribute, he is a tough competitor.
And what you immediately notice about Chet Holmgren is his uniqueness. He's got size, but also tremendous agility. He can hit outside shots or battle down low.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Pass to Holmgren. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Boston pulls it in. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. At 7'2", it isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
Tatum with a screen. It's Brown on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Some solid defense from Williams. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Pass to Dort. Lets it go from deep. Here's Holmgren. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And this is what Coach wants to see from Holmgren. Outworking the defense to get a second chance look.
Tatum, shot is good.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. The Celtics making their last shot. Williams misses. Tatum with it. Now guarded by Holmgren. Left side, Holiday. Back to Porzingis. On the wing, Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Here's Dort. No made baskets yet. Here's Williams. Porzingis grabs the board. Celtics trail by 3. Beyond the arc. Can't hit that one.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count the basket.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from.
How they call defense of 3 seconds if I'm down there with the nigga, dog? They buck, bro.
Painted area. And so far, the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Substitution on the court.
Williams up top. Williams' shot is good.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here. Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Pass to Wallace. Now Wiggins. Oh, they pick off the pass.
You think about what Jaylen Brown brings to the table. Elite athleticism, three-point shot making, attacking the rim in transition, so much to like.
Boston shooting their second and third free throws tonight. So hits one and misses one at the line. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. And down it goes. 2 points. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 now.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter.
15.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Thunder guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Pass to Wallace. Wiggins from long range. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Boston pulls it in. Tatum with it. The rebound by Wiggins. Thunder leading by 9. Outside, Williams. Back to Wallace. Wiggins outside. From outside, off the mark.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
So it's Oklahoma City now. Pass to Wallace. Spins. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good off the spin. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Tatum. Ooh, rugged finish from Tatum.
But Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that bucket makes him 4 for 7 today. Good production. Celtics trail by 9. Got a piece of it. And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander touched it last. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Pritchard. Yet to see a basket. No good on the quick 3. Here's SGA. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
The burst of speed from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Put it on the deck, get to the cup.
And they're ahead right now because they're working so hard on the glass.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
Inside. Jang. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Well, just good recognition in the pick and roll. Gilgeous-Alexander reacting to the defense perfectly.
Thunder leading by 13. And, of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
Here's Oklahoma City now. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Pass to Horford. Out to Craig. Here's Tatum. For 3. Jason Tatum. He's a sharpshooter.
Boy, that jumper is as pure as it gets. Jason Tatum off a pass from his teammate makes easy work of it.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First personal foul.
And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Knocked away. Stolen by Caruso. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Holiday. Celtics trail by 13. Porzingis misses.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
White with the steal. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. There goes Tatum, taking it all the way.
Well, do not let Jason Tatum get space in transition. He will make you pay.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. A different look for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Outside, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Easy two for Holmgren.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Doris, even as he gets up there in age, Drew Holiday is still an elite defender.
Brian, it's really remarkable how valuable a piece he is. They call him the Swiss Army knife because he is one of those rare individuals that can guard all 5 positions. He understands schemes. He's willing to mix things up. Drew Holiday is elite, period.
Pass to Hartenstein. And Porzingis with the block.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
They double team Tatum. Outside, Brown. Outside, Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Look at Brown getting it done inside.
Well, good things happen for this team when Jaylen Brown gets into the paint. So efficient inside.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside. But fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
On the wing, Holiday. Porzingis in the post. No points yet. Downtown, Jaylen Brown.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
That is a rarity. He takes flight. He usually hammers it home.
And they get it back. Porzingis. So we conclude the first half. Thunder out in front, leading by 8. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Oklahoma City leading by 8. And out of bounds, Boston will have it. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Left side, Porzingis. Brown inside.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
Outside, Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 16 points now.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that 3-level scoring ability, that time working the mid-range.
Back to Porzingis. Pass to White. From the arc. Knocks down the long J. White got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Williams. And here's Holmgren, who poked away. Outside White. To the paint. Porzingis putting the size to work.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical, easy finish for KP. It's
Dort on the wing. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Outside, Brown. Right side, Porzingis. Outside, Holiday. From behind the arc. The Thunder pull it in. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Down low. Here's Hartenstein. That one's wide left. Celtics trail by 7. Now here's Brown. Give him 8. Good work defensively by Hartenstein. Here's Williams. Some solid defense from Holiday. And here are the Celtics. Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
Thunder leading by 5. Williams with it. Now guarded by Brown. And Porzingis with the block. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. They double-team Tatum. And here's Brown for 3. Williams grabs the board.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast, but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Boston, no good that time either. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. And here's Caruso outside. Counted from distance. And it's a 10-point Thunder lead.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone. Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Pass to Hartenstein. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein a screen. Outside, Williams. The shot comes out. Tatum with some nice D. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. And here's Porzingis. He's guarded by Hartenstein. And that one's good. Porzingis.
Now this is why they call him the unicorn. Porzingis off the catch, ready to rise and fire. That's 7'3", everybody.
Dort outside. Hartenstein a screen. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And stolen by Holiday. Tries to break his ice. Pass to Tatum. White for 3. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Now Gilgeous-Alexander. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Pass to Holiday. From downtown. Thunder leading by 8. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Holiday. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 16. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
That's about as good a job you can do as a defender. Affect the shot and grab and secure the rebound.
And here's Brown for three. Williams grabs the board. With 2 seconds left. Dort. The third quarter comes to a close. Oklahoma City ahead, up by 8. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Celtics trail by 8. Pass to Brown. White for 3. Williams grabs the board. On offense, here are the Thunder. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That one on White.
Let's remember, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 6'6", so getting on the interior is not a problem.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
The 3, Porzingis. That shot off the mark. Thunder leading by 10. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
Left side, Tatum. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Some solid defense from Williams. To the middle. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Assist from...
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there? How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Let's see if they do, Brian.
Allie, thank you. Inside. Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Nice pass by Luthor. You're playing in pick and roll, and your teammate's open, you find him. Nicely done.
And stolen by Williams. Here's Wiggins. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Horford for 3. Williams grabs the board. Here's Oklahoma City now, stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Pass to Wallace. Off target from outside. Celtics trail by 17. To the inside. And Gilgeous-Alexander with a block.
SGA, an outstanding defender. That time sends it back.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Here's Porzingis. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, D.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Cason Wallace.
Yeah, this is Holiday's mentality. Never afraid at trying his luck in forcing the issue.
So he gets them both. And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, BA, if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
And they double up Porzingis. It's Brown on the wing. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Thunder leading by 14. Here's Holmgren. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And you know, when you have the size and skill of a guy like Chet Holmgren, you're going to draw fouls.
And the second free throw is good. And the Celtics in possession here. Tatum inside. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Jalen Williams. You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring, but Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
And Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Pass to Dort. Here's Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Dort. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Williams misses. Celtics trail by 13. Here's Tatum. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Tatum has worked very hard to improve his finishing game, and that includes sometimes taking contact and earning a trip to the foul line.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Holmgren. Hartenstein with it. With the drive. Williams with it. Picked up by Tatum. They grab their own miss. The kick out to Williams. On the wing, Caruso. Over Holiday. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. For the Celtics, this one not looking good. On the wing, Holiday. There's the triple. Nails it from beyond the arc.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
Releases. .121 left to play in the fourth. Back to Tatum. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
That is just tremendous focus from Jason Tatum. This guy has gotten so good at walling off defenders and finishing plays.
1:10 left in the final quarter. Down low. Pass to Holmgren. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. 59 seconds left to the fourth. White for 3. Unable to get that one.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
outside, Williams. And they go to the intentional foul. 44 seconds left in the fourth. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. To the paint. Clock at 6. Holmgren. And no good. The dry spell continues.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Oh, Grant, they're on a nice run right now.
Yeah, offensively, they're making things look easy.
Pass to Tatum. Outside Holiday. The three. He connects. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within one. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a three-point game.
That last free throw was a huge, huge shot. The difference between a 2 and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker.
Jason Tatum.
And he does get the second one. And that brings him within 2 here. 5 ticks left to play in the fourth quarter. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul. He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
And Boston calls time here. 5 ticks left in the fourth quarter. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And they need to execute fast out of this break.
Tatum from long range. Dives for it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Holmgren. There's Tatum with the three. And so it's the Thunder who come out on top here. And they barely squeezed out the win here on